Let's complete the questions of the first session. Please raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, Nuz?
Mr. Excretion.
Yeah. Start to answer question number 47. You want to ask? Okay.
Mr. The answer is C, nutrition.
C, nutrition. Carbon dioxide diffuse into. Yes, so with the nutrition. Okay. 47, nutrition. Thank you, Knus. Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 48.
48. Students find a small organism in a pond. They catch it and put it into a large jar of water. They see the organism swims away from light. It lays some eggs before they put it back into the pond. Which characteristics of living things did the students see?
Okay. Swim away from light. And
C.
it lays C. Why C? Because here.
Movement.
Yes, movement.
Movement, swim, and reproduction.
Okay, reproduction, lay eggs.
Yeah,
Okay,
and sensitivity away from light.
To light. Thank you, Abdurrahman. Thank you, Abdurrahman. Okay. Map. Okay. 49. Mohab or Map? Map Ali.
A living organism X can make its own food, get rid of toxic materials, and detect and respond to stimuli. What other 4 processes must organism X carry out to stay alive? C. Growth, movement, reproduction, respiration.
Can make its own food. This is called what?
Nutrition.
Get rid of.
Excretion.
Secretion. Detect and respond.
Sensitivity.
Sensitivity. So which one? Your answer, A or D?
C.
A?
C.
C?
Yes.
How C? Here, no sensitivity. So it is wrong. And also no reproduction. Here, no reproduction. So C, it is wrong. Because
no,
here.
These, because it asks about the other 4 processes.
Yes,
these
yes,
are 3 and.
What other 4 processes must organism X carry out to stay alive? Yes, because here what? Nutrition and secretion and sensitivity and movement. Still what? Still growth and movement, reproduction and respiration. Excellent. Because you are focused here. What other 4 processes must organism X carry out to stay alive? Excellent. Growth, and movement, and reproduction, and respiration. Okay, because here is sensitivity. So A and D, it is wrong. And also here, get rid of. It's excretion. So B isn't correct. So the correct answer, C. Thank you. Excellent. 50. Safe. Safe 50.
Yes, Mr. Okay. What is a correct way of naming a species using the binomial system? A. Homo sapiens.
Yes, the first part with capital letter, the second part with lowercase letter, and all italic. And also 51 the same. Okay, thank you, Said. Ahmed Abu Magd.
Yes.
25. The picture show an animal. What is the name of this animal? According to binomial system. Ahmed. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What is the name of this animal?
What is the name of this animal according to the binomial system?
A or B, C or D? The scientific name. Genus start with capital letter and the italic, and the second part with lowercase letter and also italic. The genus and species. The correct answer? A or B or C or D?
Sir, you always mute me.
What?
I wasn't able to unmute. I wasn't able to unmute.
Okay. With
It's C.
C, male African lion.
No.
It's not
No,
scientific.
it's B.
B, yes,
B.
scientific name. Okay, for genus and species. And also this one. Panthera leo. This is the scientific name of this. So the first part, genus, start with capital letter and the italic. The second part, start with lowercase letter and also italic. This scientific name and according to binomial system. Question number 54. Khalid. 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 54. Khalid, 54. Yes.
All living organisms release energy from nutrient
Yeah, release
molecules
energy. The key word, release energy.
within their cells. What is the name of this characteristic?
Yeah.
It is respiration.
Excellent. Respiration. Release energy. Chemical reaction and release energy is called respiration. Excellent. Thank you. Rowan? Rowan?
Yes, Mr.
Yeah, 55. Rowan? Yes, Rowan.
Mr. I can't unmute.
Okay, no problem.
Just now I'm unmuted.
Okay.
All right. The photograph shows two different rats, Rattus novagrus and Rattus rattus. Which statement about the rats are correct? I think it's A.
A, because the rats here, the same what? The same genus, So the correct answer, A. Okay, thank you, Rawan. Ahmed. Ahmed. Ilana.
Which process occurs both in plants and in
Both.
animals?
Yeah, focus here, both.
Yes. Excretion.
Excretion. Do you know phagocytosis? The phagocyte cells of white blood cells, okay, that digest is called phagocytosis. That digest harmful or germs, bacteria is called phagocytosis. Okay, by phagocytes. Okay, carbon on top.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What does the term species mean?
yes. Group of animals, group of plants, group of vertebrates, or group of organisms?
Is it B?
It is specific for animals or plants or vertebrates? No. It's a group of organisms that can reproduce to produce fertile offspring. Okay, thank you. Adham?
A person drinks a glass of ice water and the volume of sweat they secrete decreases. This is an example of which characteristic of living organism? I think sensitivity.
Person drinks
D.
a glass of iced water and the volume of sweat they secrete decrease. This is an example of which characteristic of living organisms? Growth? No growth here. Movement? Where is the movement, the permanent? Where is the movement here to move? Respiration? Where is the energy? So the correct answer, sensitivity. Yes. Beam?
Yes.
59. Reem again, 59.
Yes. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, 59.
The Venus flytrap is a plant that feeds on insects. When a fly lands on the leaf folds very quickly and traps the fly. The leaves produce enzymes which digest the fly.
Okay. Where is the correct answer? Here, excretion. Erin.
No, there's no excretion.
No excretion. So A isn't correct.
And B isn't
and
correct.
B also isn't correct. Let's see.
Yes.
And D. C and D.
See, there's no growth.
Yeah, no growth, but nutrition, because here which digest, okay, and feed, and here fold for sensitivity and move. So the correct answer, D. Okay. Okay. Judy?
Hi. What is a characteristic of living organisms?
All living.
All living organisms.
Yes.
C, I think.
Yeah. No, think it is correctly. It's correct expression. Why you think? No, think here. Breathing, we said breathing, not like respiration. And digestion is related to nutrition for animals. Okay? So the correct answer C, excretion for all living organisms. Okay? Remember Mrs. Green, this is the 7 characteristics of all living organisms. Okay, Knus, again.
Yes, mister. Okay. Biology is the study of living things. Which characteristic applies to all forms of life? Able to move from place to place, or able to reproduce, carry out photosynthesis, possess a nervous system. It's able to reproduce because it's able to move from place to place isn't in plants, so it's B.
Yeah,
able
it
to
is
reproduce.
applied to all forms of life. So able to reproduce. Okay. Safe. Again, safe.
Yes, mister. Two animals have an identical sequence of amino acids in one of the protein found in their cells. What does this indicate about these animals? A, they have been eating. Yeah. C, they must have been members of the same genus. Oh wait, identical amino acids. Oh no, they share a recent ancestor.
Why? Why D? Why D? Who can answer why D? Abdurrahman, can you answer why D?
Yes, sir.
The answer of 62.
D.
Why D?
Sir, because a species is no ancestor means the recent grandparent.
Grandparents. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck your ass, bitch.
And A, they have been eating the same types of food. They haven't been exposed to substance that cause mutation. They must be members of the same genus or they share a recent ancestor.
They share a recent ancestor.
Why?
Sir, identical sequence of amino acids, so that like they are like they are related, like
related, closely related. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Same DNA, right? DNA sequence.
Okay. What else?
Oh, sir, I don't.
Okay. You see the correct answer? D. Could we have share a recent ancestor. Share a recent ancestor. Why not C? Why not C? Can anyone answer? Why not C? Yeah. Map, why not C? Why not C? Knows. Why not C?
All right, mister, because the animals which are of the same genus don't have the same base sequence, the most identical base sequence. But the animals with the same species must have the identical base sequence. That's why it's D.
Okay. So the correct answer, D. They share a recent ancestor because they have identical sequence of amino acids. Okay. Focus here for this question, but this is a new question. Okay. Let's complete. Dana? Dana, 63?
Yes, mister.
Yeah.
Which process do living organisms use to remove excess carbon dioxide from their bodies? Excretion?
Excretion. Because here, used to remove excess carbon dioxide is called excretion. Okay, thank you. Lana?
When a donkey is bred with a zebra donkey is produced.
Okay. Aren't fertile?
Zebra donkeys are not fertile animals. Which statement is correct? Donkeys and zebras belong to different species because their offsprings are not fertile. Donkeys and zebras belong to different species because they do not look exactly the same. Donkeys and zebras belong in the same species because they look alike. Donkeys and zebras belong to the same species because they produce offsprings.
Okay, what is the correct answer?
A.
A. Because donkeys and zebras belong to different species because their offspring are not fertile. Because he said here is produced, the donkey is produced and are not fertile. Okay. Mahmoud?
Yes.
65.
Which process releases water and energy?
Release. Focus here for word release, water and energy. What is this process? This process called what? This process called A, yes, respiration. Okay, so the correct answer A, aerobic respiration. Thank you. Thank you, Mahmoud. Okay, Abdurrahman. Rahman Faiz, 66.
Yes. The dire wolf is an extinct species of wolf. What is the correct scientific name for this wolf?
Yeah, scientific name.
C.
Okay, start with capital letter and italic, and the second part lowercase letter and also italic. The scientific name. Okay. Omar. Omar.
The plant Mimosa pudica has leaves that fold in when touched. This demonstrates movement and which other characteristic?
Okay.
D.
D, sensitivity. Yes, because here when touch stimuli and respond by movement. Okay. Green.
Yes. The diagram shows a plant that has been placed near a sunlight window for a few weeks. Which two characteristics of living organisms have affected the shape of the plant?
Yes.
D.
D. Okay, sensitivity to the stimuli here is light, and growth here. Okay, thank you. Sensitivity and growth. 69. Ahmed. 69.
Yes, sir. Which characteristics of living organisms is responsible for the production of oxygen in the leaf of a plant exposed to sunlight? Nutrition.
Which characteristic of living organisms is responsible for the production of oxygen? Production of oxygen.
Respiration.
Wait. In the leaf of a plant exposed to sunlight. What happens here? What is the name of this process of the plant?
Photosynthesis.
Okay, photosynthesis.
Synthesis.
Okay, we use raw material like water and carbon dioxide. Okay, and they produce what? Produce oxygen and glucose. Here, which characteristic? Which characteristic?
Excretion.
Wait, Habibi, wait. Which characteristic of living organisms is responsible for production of oxygen? Responsible for reproduction of oxygen. Responsible for reproduction of oxygen.
Respiration.
How respiration?
Because the plants takes water and carbon dioxide plus the sunlight to make their own food, and they take out the oxygen.
Give out
oxygen. And we take the oxygen. Then we give them carbon dioxide. Then it goes on and on.
So which one responsible for production of oxygen? Movement, no.
Yes.
Respiration,
movement, no.
Here respiration, no. Because respiration, the chemical reaction, and use, if aerobic respiration, use oxygen and glucose and release carbon dioxide. So no movement, so no respiration. What about excretion and nutrition? Excretion, excretion to get rid of what? Waste material. Material.
Yes.
Okay. Here the oxygen is waste material.
Is a waste material. Yes, for the plant.
For photosynthesis process.
Yes.
Or nutrition, because here
no.
Plants use raw materials and produce oxygen.
It's not in the question that the plants use raw materials, so
here-
it's excretion.
Wait. Reem. But still
Yes.
Reem.
The scientific name for
No, 69. Which characteristic of living things, of living organisms, yeah,
is responsible for the production of oxygen
yes,
in the leaf of a
which
plant
one?
exposed to
Excretion?
sunlight.
Excretion or nutrition?
Nutrition. The production of oxygen is nutrition.
Why?
Because
during photosynthesis, yes, because during photosynthesis process, plants use raw materials and produce what? Produce oxygen. Okay.
Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
Hey, what is wrong? What is wrong? So the correct answer? Nutrition. Okay. Judy. The scientific name for human is Homo sapiens. Judy.
Is it refers to B, genes?
Homo refers to, yes, the first part, genus. Yes, the second part, species. So the first part, genus, no problem. Okay. 71. Safe.
Yes, sir. Okay. Breathing out combines which two characteristics of living organism?
Breathing
excretion
out.
and respiration.
Combine which two characteristics? Which one? Excretion and
respiration.
Respiration, yes.
I am Mr. And I had a question in 69.
69.
Which characteristic of living organism is responsible for the production of oxygen in a leaf of a plant exposed to sunlight? Mr. How is it nutrition?
Habibi, wait. Responsible for the process that produce oxygen in the leaf. When the plant exposed to sunlight, this process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis for the plant is what? Is nutrition. Okay? Because here he said responsible for the production. Not get rid of, not remove. This responsible for make this or produce oxygen. Okay, so the correct answer, the correct process, nutrition. But the plant make photosynthesis process, and photosynthesis process from nutrition, like digestion from nutrition. Okay. Salma, 72. Which name is given?
Which name is given to a group of individuals that can reproduce to produce fertile offspring? A species.
Okay. The definition of species. Individuals can reproduce to produce fertile offspring. Okay, and also this one, please. The equation show. Okay, Khalid.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The equation shows a chemical reaction that occurs in living organism. Glucose plus oxygen equals carbon dioxide plus water. Which of these characteristics of living organisms is this equation associated with respiration?
Okay,
B.
because cells use glucose and oxygen in respiration. So the correct answer?
B.
B. But here no nutrition. Nutrition for what? Okay. $74. Khalid, 74. And then Reen. 74 Khalid.
What is the correct way of naming an organism using this using the binomial system?
Which one?
C.
C. Okay. Reem. Reem. Real, yes. Which system is used for naming species?
Which system is used for naming species? Binomial. A.
Binomial. Okay. What is this? Okay. محمد أشرف. أشرف 76. محمد. Okay. عبد الرحمن.
Okay, hello. Some lizards detach their tails when threatened by a predator. Which characteristic is shown? D, sensitivity.
Yes, sensitivity. Okay. And this one diagram show an animal with scientific name. So which genus here? Is genus. Okay. And here, what is not characteristic of all living organisms? So photosynthesis is specific for plant and algae. Growth is a characteristic feature of living organisms. Growth is a characteristic feature of living organisms. Which process provides the energy? Provide energy. Provide energy. This is the correct process here. Respiration. Because during respiration is a chemical reaction that release energy. Okay. 80. Ahmed Adil. Can you answer 80? Diagram show how a plant react to a fly landing on it. Here what happens? Omar.
Yes, Mr. It's
What
nutrition
happens
and
here?
sensitivity. Nutrition and sensitivity.
Nutrition
and sensitivity.
Why nutrition? Because here the fly is digested. Okay.
Yes.
Why sensitivity? Because here
because it closed
the fly
when.
is trapped. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
81. Carbon 81.
Yes, the diagram shows a plant at the start of an experiment. The same plant 2 days later.
Is not. Focus here. Is not.
Excretion.
Because here what happened? Growth
Movement
here,
and sensitivity.
and also movement. Okay, towards the light and sensitivity to the light. Okay, so the correct answer here, excretion. Okay. Which species here? This one, the species. Okay, 82. Let's see 83. 83. The diagram show amoeba is a single-celled living organism. The movement of gases at X indicate the occurrence of which process or processes in the cell. Here carbon dioxide, here X, the movement of gases at X, oxygen diffuse into and X diffuse out. Who can answer this one? Real, can you answer this one? What happens here? Okay, Abdurrahman, can you answer this one?
It's B, excretion and respiration.
Okay, why?
Because
First, why excretion? Why excretion?
Because carbon dioxide diffuses out of the cell.
Okay. Why respiration?
Because oxygen comes in and carbon dioxide goes out.
Okay, so the correct answer is excretion and respiration, but not here, not nutrition. Okay. What is respiration? What is respiration? Anas, what is respiration here?
Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
What is respiration?
So what is respiration?
Yeah.
Respiration is the taking in oxygen.
Oh, this is called breathing in.
Oh,
Breathing
yeah. So
in
then
and giving out carbon dioxide, breathing out.
Respiration is the releasing energy.
Yes, we said, yeah, chemical reaction to release energy. This is called respiration.
Yeah.
Okay, but not breathing, because breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide. Okay. Ali? Ali?